Welcome to another podcast. In this video, I will be giving my analysis and my prediction on the NBA Finals between the Toronto Raptors and the Golden State Warriors. So, if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that bell so you get more of these videos. Now, my pick is, and my prediction, that the Toronto Raptors will win this series. And I'll give you 6 reasons why. Reason number 1, home court advantage. The Raptors won 58 games compared to 57 for the Warriors. They have home court advantage in this series, and the Warriors are, for the first time, playing an NBA Finals in the last 5 years without home court. All right, that's a huge psychological burden. The Warriors, since up until last year, they were used to hosting games 1 and 2. So they were used to coming out onto the court and receiving cheers and receiving positivity from their fan base, which helped them win. This time, they're going to come into hostile territory, a foreign country, and receive boos and negativity and hostility from the home team. And they have to overcome that. So psychologically, they're at a disadvantage. Reason number 2, confidence. This Raptors team swept this Warriors team during the regular season. In their first meeting, when Steph Curry did not play, and Kevin Durant had 51 points, the Raptors won 131 to 128 in overtime. Kawhi Leonard had 37 points in that game. In the rematch at Oracle, when Kawhi did not play and the Warriors had their entire squad, the Raptors won 113 to 93. And so, considering they swept the reigning champions, the back-to-back champions, winners of 3 of the last 4 finals, they definitely have confidence that they can beat this team in the postseason. Reason number 3, battle-tested. This Raptors team has overcome a series deficit in every round this postseason. So they were down 1 against Orlando, won 4 straight. They were down 1-2 against a tough Philly team, won that series in Game 7. And they were down 0-2 against Milwaukee and won 4 straight to win in Game 6. So they are much better battle-tested. They've had to go through wars. The Warriors have cruised this postseason. All right, they played a weak Clippers team whose best player was Danilo Gallinari. They beat them in 6 games. Again, in the second round against Houston, again, they were 2 up. Then the series drew 2-2, and then they won in 6. Houston choked, all right? And also James Harden had a bloodshot eye since Game 2, so that did affect his shooting. And against Portland choked worse than any team I've ever seen in a postseason, and maybe in postseason history, considering in games 2, 3, and 4, Portland was up by double digits at halftime and lost. So they squandered their lead in 3 games, back-to-back-to-back games, and that's never happened in a postseason series. So the Warriors cruised. They did not face hardship. They did not have to battle. Reason number 4, big reason, is team chemistry. So the Warriors, without KD, really have a 1-2 punch in Klay and Steph. And maybe Draymond will give you 15 points. All right. The Raptors, however, have Kawhi Leonard. All right. Arguably the game's greatest player right now, considering his great offensively and defensively. Kawhi's putting up 31.2 points per game, 8.8 rebounds, shooting lights out, and defensively shutting down the opponent's best player. Then you've got Kyle Lowry, who's stepped up big. All right. He was a non-factor against Orlando, averaged just 11 points per game. Stepped up a little bit against Philly, scored 13 points per game. but then put up 19.2 points per game against Milwaukee and shot 48.8% from 3-point territory. He's really playing like an all-star. Then you've got Fred VanVleet, right? Non-factor up until game 3 against Milwaukee, where he has since he's made 14 of 17 3-point attempts. Norman Powell, another role player who stepped up big. Against Philly, he averaged 3 points per game. Against Milwaukee, 12.3 points per game and shot 52.6% from 3-point territory. Pascal Siakam playing like an all-star, 18.7 points per game. So this Raptors team has really come together and they've got more than a 1-2 punch. Their team chemistry is greater than the Warriors. Reason number 5, no pressure. There is no pressure on this Raptors team to win. They are significant underdogs. The bookies are giving them $3.60 odds to win this championship, meaning they're giving them a 27% chance of winning this series. Okay? This is ridiculous. This should be, in my opinion, this is a 50-50 series. Or 45-55, giving 55 to the Warriors based on their NBA Finals experience. So when you see odds like this, $3.60, as a professional, you jump on these odds. So yeah, there's no pressure for the Raptors to win. There is pressure, however, for the reigning back-to-back champions to three-peat. Reason number 6, final reason, defense. We all know defense wins championships, and this Raptors team is a much better defensive team than the Warriors. Their center is Gasol, 2013 NBA Defensive Player of the Year, who helped shut down Giannis in the Milwaukee series. Then you've got Kawhi Leonard, a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Then you've got Serge Ibaka coming off the bench, a 3-time All-Defensive First-Team player. And he led the league in blocks for two seasons. You got Pascal Siakam also playing exceptionally well. Shut down Chris Middleton. You got Danny Green and Kyle Lowry, great perimeter defenders. Shut down Eric Bledsoe and Chris Middleton in the Milwaukee series. You compare that to the Warriors, who really just have Draymond Green. All right, Klay Thompson, he's decent, but he didn't make an all-defensive team. So defensively, the Raptors are much better than the Warriors. And here's the other thing, and this goes back to the team chemistry, which I missed out. Kevin Durant has already been ruled out of Game 1. If he does come back, and if DeMarcus Cousins do come back, all they're going to do is upset the team chemistry. All right, so what the Warriors had that worked against a choke artist Portland team, that may be okay against a Raptors team. But if you bring in 2 players who have sat out, DeMarcus sat out the Houston series and the Portland series, and KD sat out the Portland series. So if you bring them straight into a finals series, coming off injuries, the only thing they're going to do is upset the team chemistry. So those are my 6 reasons why the Raptors are going to win the championship. I believe they'll win in 5 or 6 games. I don't see this series going 7. It could, but I just don't see that. I think this Raptors team resembles the 2004 Pistons team, who went up against the superstar Lakers, who were trying to also win 4 championships in 5 years, but they were dominated by a gritty underdog Eastern Conference team. And I think the same is going to happen this year. I think the Warriors are going to lose. I think the Raptors offer exceptional value. I believe anyone serious about betting should back the Raptors now at these odds. And I will guide you through the process. I'll show you how to make profit on this series. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell. And stay tuned for more videos. Oh, and also follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting live videos during each of the finals games, and I'll be showing you my bets. Stay tuned. Yeah.